IELTS but not sure what it is? In this video, I'm going to show you how this English test could transform your life and take you wherever you want to go. Hello and welcome. My name is Emma, and in this British Council IELTS preparation video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the IELTS test, what it is, how it works, and why you might want to take it. Let's start at the beginning. What is the IELTS test? IELTS stands for International English Language Testing System. It's an English language proficiency test developed and run by the British Council in partnership with IDP Education and Cambridge English. Since 1989, IELTS has been widely regarded as one of the world's most popular English language proficiency tests for higher education and global migration. Who is IELTS for? IELTS is for anyone looking to live, work or study in an English-speaking country. Governments in Australia, Canada, New Zealand and the United Kingdom all trust IELTS when processing immigration applications. IELTS is also recognised by the educational institutions, employers and professional bodies that need to verify your English language proficiency. Alright, let's take a look at the different types of IELTS tests. There are 3 available to you. IELTS General Training is designed for anyone wanting to work, train, study below degree level or migrate to an English-speaking country. IELTS Academic is for those who want to study at undergraduate or postgraduate level. Then there are the IELTS for UK VI Academic and General Training and IELTS Life Skills tests, which are approved Secure English Language Tests, or CELT, by the UK Home Office for visa applications to the UK. You should always check entry requirements for your target country, institution or association before choosing your test. There are 3 different ways you can take your IELTS test: on paper, on computer and online. Both the IELTS on paper and IELTS on computer tests are conducted in test centres around the world. You can choose the option you prefer, subject to availability in your local area. In the IELTS on paper test, your answers will be handwritten for the listening, reading and writing sections. In the IELTS on computer test, you'll type your answers to these sections using a computer. In both tests, the speaking section will be done face-to-face with a trained IELTS examiner. The key thing to know is that the test content and structures are exactly the same for both tests. The only difference is that you can decide whether to type your answers or write them down on paper. You decide the format that works best for you. If you choose the IELTS on computer test, you'll be eligible for the IELTS One Skill Retake. This gives you the option to retake one section of the test: listening, reading, writing or speaking, if you need to improve your score in one area, instead of retaking all 4 sections. It has been designed to help you feel confident going into your test. We all have off days and times when we don't show our full potential, so IELTS One Skill Retake is there to help you get back on track. You must sit IELTS One Skill Retake within 60 days of your original test. It's widely available and you can choose to take it at any test centre where it's offered. You can also choose to do your IELTS test online. This gives you the flexibility to take your test wherever and whenever you want. It has the same content and features as IELTS on paper and IELTS on computer, but it's completely remote. The listening, reading and writing sections are taken the same way as IELTS on computer. Your speaking test is then taken via an online video call with a human examiner. All tests are marked by trained IELTS examiners and you'll receive your results in 6 to 8 days. If you're thinking about taking IELTS online, make sure the institution you'd like to apply to is happy to accept results from IELTS academic tests that are done remotely. Why are you taking IELTS? For example, are you planning to study abroad? Let us know in the comments below. As I've already mentioned, there are 4 sections in the IELTS test: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. If you'd like a complete guide to the IELTS test format, check out this video here with Claire. So, why do millions of people choose IELTS every year? Well, IELTS has been setting the standard for English language testing for more than 30 years. It's trusted by more than 12,000 organisations in over 140 countries. It's designed to showcase your true ability to communicate in English through tasks and scenarios that are reflective of everyday life in an English-speaking country. What's great is that you're able to choose the test format you're most comfortable with, whether that's on paper or on computer, and hopefully that will help you achieve the score you are aiming for. Unlike other providers who rely on AI technology as standard, there is the opportunity in your speaking test to speak face-to-face with an examiner so you can have a natural conversation as if you were having coffee with a friend. It's important to say at this stage that the IELTS test is accepting of all English accents and is actively seeking to avoid cultural bias. What truly matters is that you communicate clearly and use precise vocabulary. Every test is assessed by qualified examiners who undergo rigorous training and continuous monitoring. To maintain objectivity, 3 different examiners are always involved in rating your writing and speaking tests. So if your writing task 1 is assessed by a particular examiner, then that individual cannot mark your writing task 2 or conduct your speaking test. There are also cases where if one of the examiner-rated sections, writing or speaking, has been awarded a score that is markedly different to the scores in the listening and reading, these sections are automatically remarked. The IELTS system offers you a transparent testing process that is fully explained, so you know exactly what to expect and there are no scary surprises on test day. Okay, I think it's time we looked at a few brilliant resources to help you prepare for your IELTS test. The British Council has a series of videos designed to help you get ready for test day, from all you need to know guides on each of the 4 sections to tips and tricks to help you ace your test. We've got you covered. Pick the ones you are most interested in and let us know if there's a particular topic you'd like us to cover in the comments below. We also have IELTS Ready, which provides you with free access to essential resources such as sample questions, model answers, and vocabulary exercises. It's perfect if you aren't quite ready to book your test yet. It will help you to start preparing and familiarise yourself more closely with the test format and task types. Did I mention that it's totally free? You can join today using the link in the description below. If you're ready to go and have booked your test with the British Council, you'll get free access to our IELTS Ready Premium platform. You'll have access to a personalised study plan, practice questions tailored to your abilities, and access to 40 practice tests. We recommend you book your IELTS test early to boost your English language skills with our practice questions, mock tests, and lessons delivered by experts. All right, let's review what we've looked at and make a plan for your next steps together. I want you to answer these questions. Why are you taking the IELTS test? For example, are you planning to study at a university in the UK? This will help you answer the next question. Which IELTS test is right for you? IELTS General Training, IELTS Academic, IELTS Life Skills, or IELTS UK VI? How would you like to take your IELTS test? IELTS on paper, IELTS on computer, or IELTS online? If your answer is IELTS on paper or IELTS on computer, where is your nearest British Council test centre? How are you going to prepare? Remember, you've got this series of British Council preparation videos plus free access to IELTS Ready and IELTS Ready Premium to choose from. And how do you join those? By clicking the link in the description below this video. Good luck with your next steps and feel free to ask any questions you might have in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. This is your IELTS expert Emma saying goodbye.